Cheating is something Lionel Messi did, and Cristiano Ronaldo too. There, Gio. Don't cry, baby. Them boys try to hide their dirty and outrageous cheating moments, but just like an Instagram groupie looking for clout, I'm here to expose them. Or should I say a single tear. Leo, I'm afraid it's a little bit late for those crocodile tears. See, Messi's moment was caught live on television. He really thought the world wouldn't find out about his deepest, darkest secret. The time he was caught red-handed. No, literally. Lionel Andreas Messi Cuccittini is a short and handsome Argentinian professional footballer, so he's more than familiar with the legend known as Diego Maradona. Messi grew up watching Diego Maradona. He dreamed of being like him, one day playing in Europe and playing for Argentina. Finally, one day, it all came true. In 2009, Messi represented his national team at the Under-19 World Cup, which he won, as well as making his debut for FC Barcelona prior in 2005. In fact, Messi went as far as to win Argentina a World Cup, just like Diego Maradona did in 1986. But one could fairly say Messi was a bit too eager to become just like Diego, even going as far as to replicate his goal against England in the 1986 World Cup. But unlike Maradona, Messi was sneaky and smart enough to do it in a simple La Liga fixture against Espanyol. Leo, just when I thought you were one of the good guys, can't really express how disappointed I am in you. This can't be all right now, because something smells a bit fishy here. I, for one, know for a fact that Leo Messi would never cheat unless he had a reason to. Or perhaps he saw a cheating moment and was outraged by it, so much so that he too decided, why not, right? Just as I said before, something does smell fishy. Or is that more of like a well-cooked meaty schnitzel I'm smelling? Either way, if we're on the topic of German schnitzel, then one tall, skinny German man comes to mind. And of course, that's gotta be Thomas Müller. Well, first and foremost, gotta give my guy his props. This guy has been at the top level for such a long time, he's just too good. But the funny thing is, no one really knows what he does. Is he a holding midfielder, attacker, winger? If so, does he play on the right or does he play on the left? It really doesn't matter. It's all about keeping it simple. And with a lot of attention to small details and IQ, you can just be as good as Müller. Maybe too good, to be honest. See, Thomas Müller occupies a free role on the pitch. He mostly links up play and moves around into small spaces to create other small spaces for players to occupy. It's almost like he's a point guard doing a pick-and-roll move in basketball. Maybe Müller should have been drafted in the NBA instead of playing football. The reason I say this is because he once used an NBA move to secure an assist for a teammate. It's true. I couldn't possibly make it up. Back in 2013, Bayern was on top of the world after winning their first continental treble. I can tell you for a fact that out of all the packs they smoked on their way to the promised land in Wembley, none was more potent than Barcelona's. The score was a ridiculous 7-0 on aggregate. Make no mistake. Both occasions, Bayern totally dominated Barca, with Müller providing a screen for Arjen Robben to score another sensational goal in the tie. When I look at something like this, there's absolutely no way this is included in the FIFA rule book. Someone check the handbook and see if whether screens are allowed. Whilst we wait for the verdict, let me tell you all about Thierry Henry's cheating moment. How do I even begin to describe Thierry? Well, I can certainly start by saying that in this man's prime, he was one mother trucker you didn't want to truck with. Secondly, this man could take your ankles faster than a rollerblading incident. He was quick, agile, no weak foot, and each time he played, he was way too smooth with it. And by it, I mean cheating, of course. That's right. Back in 2009, Thierry made headlines for a controversial goal against Ireland. Look at the infamous moment he broke Irish hearts. I wonder if their wounds have healed till this day or not. In fact, I'm going to take a gamble and say no. And speaking of gambling, this is Ivan Benjamin Elijah, all bets are off the table, Tony. When Pete Wentz told the world, always bet on yourself, I'm pretty sure it was more of a mental mantra that translates to believe in yourself. But to Ivan, oh no sir, it meant the following. 262 charges broken according to the FA betting rules, a fine of €50,000. A further 30 rules broken between March 2017 and February 2019, 16 bets for his team to win in 15 different matches, 13 bets for his team to lose. As well as out of 126 bets, 15 were placed on him to score. All made by, you guessed it, Ivan Toney. As a result, Tony was sanctioned from all football-related activities and is currently serving an 8-month ban. How unfortunate. The FA really messed him up. Don't get me wrong, it's probably the right decision since players always have insider knowledge when it comes to team pre-match logistics. And according to sources, Tony was out here plugging his boys with crucial information about Brentford's team lineups way before the EPL fantasy football deadline hit. Sheesh, the amount of money I'd pay for such valuable information. Anyway, I grew up a very curious child. Weirdly enough, it was literally the most unorthodox and most random of things that usually sparked my interest, like how much are acting classes, for instance. Turns out that the Juilliard School charges a whopping $51,230. That's a lot, but I know for a fact it's probably where Tammy Abraham went and got his money's worth. I gotta tell you, his performance had me blown away. Back in 2022, Roma recruited Jose Mourinho as their new manager. And as the special one, of course, he hatched a special plan to bring silverware to the city. After locking down Paulo Dybala on a free transfer, as well as Tammy Abraham from Chelsea, he reached the Conference League final in his first season as head coach. In the final that took place at the Arena Kombitar in Albania, Tirana, Nicolo Zaniolo put Roma up after just 30 minutes. From then on, Mourinho's tactic was to run the game down by time wasting. And that's where Abraham comes in. On with just 10 minutes left to go, Mourinho's message to the player was pretty clear. Stall and we become champions. But the trophy wasn't the only thing Tammy had his eyes on, or his eye, I should say. Did you all see that? And the worst thing is, bro literally got away with it. No fine, no card, nothing. Just casually cheating and walking away unscathed. My advice to the referees is literally, just be aware. Catch these cheaters. Although I will admit, sometimes the game can be very fast-paced and entertaining. I'm pretty sure none of the referees want to have the same reputations as people like Michael Oliver and Anthony Taylor. No one likes being that guy, apart from the two I just mentioned, that is. And in all honesty, sometimes there have been other outrageous cheating moments in football that are just too funny to whistle at. Kinda like Marcos Lopez's. See, Marcos here is one of those up-and-down fullbacks that play box-to-box, both attacking and, of course, have to defend. For young Marcos, at just 23 years old, he's only just burst onto the scene. He's still got a long way to go in his promising career, just as long as he promises to do this one insane 7-star skill move. Because it's just way too powerful for us normal people to attempt, even for pros like Neymar and Vinicius Jr., which is why I must give full credit and hand him his flowers, because he just knows how to catch the headlines. I don't think anyone could be mad at him for that. It's just too funny. And hey, as a fan of laughter and comedy, I very much enjoyed that. But all jokes aside, this is no laughing matter, but could you take a guess at what I despise the most? Well, apart from the international break, of course, the one thing I truly hate is deceit. I hate being lied to more than anything in this life. So, when I see what Harry Arter did to Nathaniel Chalobah, I can't help but feel angry. So, get this right, the year is 2017. Me and my grandma decide to take a metro down to the Vitality Stadium to watch the match between Bournemouth and Watford. Through on goal was Nathaniel Chalobah. From my view, it looked as though my man was going to unleash a ferocious yet thumping shot, and that's what I thought initially, till he happened. I guess with enough brain cells and determination to prove a point in a match between two mid-table teams, anyone could have been fooled by the genius of Harry Arter. But don't let that derail you from the simple fact that he literally cheated. Thank you for joining us to explore the most outrageous cheating moments in this video. If you enjoyed these crazy stories, don't miss out on our other captivating videos. Check out our channel for more thrilling tales, gaming highlights and intriguing debates. Until next time, keep watching and stay amazed.